Today we have a full moon in Pisces. And not just a full moon. We have a blue moon. We have a supermoon. And what does that mean? The moon has a 29-day cycle in each of the signs as it goes around the zodiac, the wheel. And so every 2 to 3 years, we end up with a full moon at the very beginning of the month and the end of the month. We get an extra full moon in there. That's what it means to have a blue moon. Now, supermoon means it's very close, closer than usual to Earth, and it does do that. It's just a normal part of its orbit around us. But it's very close, which means it'll seem bigger than life to us. And we will also feel the energy of it so much more. And we also have 6 planets in retrograde for a couple of weeks. And it's very rare that that happens, okay? At 5 planets, it happens about 4% of the time, but 6 planets, it's 1% of the time. So time will feel or seem like it's slowing down for us. And normally, when this happens, it brings in higher accidents, crime rates go up. So stay safe, okay? Remember to do all those little insures to ensure your safety. Don't take unnecessary risks. Don't be weaving and running in between traffic, and watch where you're stepping. Okay, ensure your safety, please, okay, over the next couple of weeks. Now, let's get to everything, okay? So sit back, relax. Let's explore the cosmic energies, and together we can gain an understanding of how to utilize this energy, of how to embrace this energy and move forward today and every day. So, hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all of the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. And welcome to your daily focus for August 30th, 2023. So we'll start with the numerology, and we have the 30 energy today. So 3 plus 0 is a 3. In numerology, when a 0 is in the number we are looking at, it is considered a God energy. So in this case, it's electrifying the 3 energy. So what does the 3 energy mean? It's celebration. It's fun. It's having fun. It's getting together and laughing and creating a happy experience, creating happy memories perhaps. It's also about our voice. It's also about our transformation. Now, if we look at the daily numerology, it would be an 8 plus a 3 plus a 7. That gives us an 18. That's our inner child. That's our inner child, our heart center. And so that's where we look when we're asking ourselves questions like, what brings me true joy? What fills me with passion? What do I desire? What do I love? Whom do I love? What are all the ways I love me? That's all our 18 energy. And it's finding a balance, a peace of mind through the experience of love and joy. Your love, your joy, the way you express it, the way you value it, the way you utilize it, the way you embrace it. Now, 1 plus 8 is a 9 energy, and how fitting is it that we have a 9 energy on the full moon? Because 9 is about completion. It's about endings. It's about healing. It's allowing us to move past our past and into our future by closing doors, by tying up loose ends, by having those conversations, by addressing that task, that obligation, that commitment that you've been putting off. Because we don't want this clutter. We don't want this kind of energy in our lives when a new moon appears. So we utilize this time to release, to let go, to heal. Okay, and the 9 energy is not only about completion, but it's completion with purpose, because we're making space for the new beginnings, the new start. So that the path is wide open for us. There's no trips, there's no falls, there's no hurdles, there's nothing pulling us back to say, hey, we still need to address this. So what is that called? A monkey on your back? Getting the monkey off your back. Sun is in Virgo, and the moon enters Pisces, which brings in a very mutable energy for ourselves, which means we can go a little bit more with the flow, be open to more, see a wider expansion of our horizon. And the moon enters Pisces around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will move 7 degrees and 12 hours later for our blue, give or take, for our full moon, blue moon. And it's sitting with Saturn. It's sitting with Saturn, so Saturn's right with the moon, which means that they're both opposing the sun. So this can bring in kind of like a serious tone. Oh, and by the way, I think it's Australia. I think England is another country. Anyways, your full moon will probably be the 31st, okay? But we're all looking at the same sky at the same time, if that makes any sense. So when you see this, it'll be at the appropriate time for you. Don't worry. Okay, yeah, serious tone. A serious tone, especially in our emotions, okay? And it could lead to a couple of hiccups within our close relationships. So we need to, have an emotional maturity about the negative attitudes we're feeling or what we see, what arises, because they're going to seem a lot more daunting than they really are. So, and a lot of it will be the mirroring of your guilt from the past. So pay attention to what you want to say, because it strongly connects with something from the past that you haven't put complete closure on, haven't completely let go of yet. Still walk with those beliefs, perhaps. Now, this full moon will urge us to acknowledge and express our spiritual needs, okay? And while, going on in life, so we have to find the time, the energy, or the resources in order to incorporate a few moments each and every day to grow our spirituality. And that could be taking the time for meditation or prayer. It could be talking to God, your angels, the universe, the source, your guides. It could be sitting by a stream, walking on an ocean shore, walking through the forest, just taking off your shoes and walking through your backyard, perhaps, if you have a backyard. Getting out in nature is a beautiful way, and just be present in the moment. See what shows up in your view, and what perhaps does it mean to you? Is it a special message? It'll shine a light on your dreams and your desires, and we'll want deeper meaning, and we'll probably get deeper meaning if we pay attention to this energy and utilize it well. Because Pisces is not a do-it kind of energy. Pisces is a lay back and dream about it kind of energy. So this is the time when we're going in our minds, and we're doing a lot of the structuring within rather than in the external during the next several weeks. So pay attention to your dreams, waking and sleeping. And be careful not to try and find your happiness or your joy in relationships that you have, or projects that are going on, or the business that you do, the work that you do. Happiness lies within you, okay? It's not external. So this phase is very intense, and it's very transformative. And this energy could be filled with so much excitement, revelations, epiphanies, aha moments that can really fuel us into our tomorrow, really get us motivated, really get us focused on succeeding, on taking that next step, on taking a risk on ourselves. Now, Saturn sitting with the moon enhances our intuition, so pay attention to your gut feelings. We'll have very good judgment. We'll probably even be a little bit more artistic than usual, so tap into that. And 6 planets in retrograde, okay, during this full moon, it's going to give us a chance to reconcile with the past, forgive others of their mistakes, forgive ourselves for our own failings, release guilt, release regrets, overcoming, some kind of lingering guilt about a past action. It's almost essential right now that we do this kind of purging or cleansing from the inside out. And this process could bring up sadness. It could bring up, heartache. Absolutely. But it also creates space for the new dreams to lie. So by reshaping your mindset, you pave the way for a fresh reality. What else? Mercury and Chiron are talking. Okay, so there could be misunderstandings, doubts. Okay, so this is a time really to make sure that we are appreciating what we have to work with while recognizing ways to improve and knowing that our approach to life needs to have a balance right now. So it's about structure, it is about strategy and a plan. And we benefit. The greater the organization that we have going on, the more we can benefit and step into our successes much easier. Okay, I've gone on a little tangent, so let's turn to the cards. But it is kind of daunting, extreme energy. It really will be. But, and depending what sign you are too, and your natal chart, of course, will depend a lot on how much you feel of this. Some of us won't feel it hardly at all, and others of us will be like, anybody get the license plate? Wow. One minute I was standing there, the next minute I was 100 feet over in this area. Okay, see what the cards have to say, and our shadow card, really the energy that is really going to see us through the next 2 weeks, not just today. That's why I always put this video, new moons and full moons, in the specials, because you really want to refer back to it, throughout the next 2 weeks to remind yourself of some of the things that still are laying under the undercurrent. It's, the underbelly of everything, but it still matters that we pay attention to that and utilize it, embrace it, and move ourselves forward. And today we have the Knight of Pentacles, and this is about trust. This is about belief. This is knowing that there is a greater power than you. This is about trusting in that knowing. And also trusting in yourself. Knowing that you've got this. That you have talents, that you have abilities, that you have a very unique personality, whatever it is that helps you move forward, whatever tools are in your toolbox, so to speak, whatever magic that lays within. Okay, and it's about embracing that, and embracing it with a strength, with a courage to take a risk on yourself and step into that new beginning, that new start. Now, we're not going to be stepping into it yet, but we are looking at the things that are holding us back. And it could be our attitudes with ourselves. It could be our self-talk. It could be we're taking the advice of other people that really can't envision our dream the way we can. I'm just going to grab a small sip of water here. Okay, our first card is the Queen of Cups. This is love yourself. At the end of the day, you will only get as much as you believe you deserve. So back to this card. Know that you are deserving. Know that you are worthy. Knowing that there is a higher energy working on your behalf to clear the path for you. But you have to show up and do the work. And to believe in yourself, knowing that you've got this. Now, Queen of Cups is about believing in yourself, loving yourself, flaws and all. Knowing that everything about you makes up the unique you. And if you didn't go through certain things, you wouldn't be that unique person. You'd be somebody else completely. And we are evolving every day as we grow, as we learn things, as we experience more of life. And knowing that it's all, there's no good or bad, right? It's how we interpret it. So interpret it as something beautiful. That you are a masterpiece. You are an original design. And only you can take your path to the next level, to the next step. to the elevated path, perhaps. We're holding a goblet in our hand, and we are looking at that goblet, and we are wondering what we're going to fill that goblet is with. What will be the new beginning? What will we strive for? And imagining it, imagining the end result, the end of the day, what it really will look like when it all comes together, and then expect it. Because we're going to expect it with this card. We're going to expect it to show up as we saw it in our minds, or better. And then we trust. We show up and we do the work, but we trust that the path is being made for us as we go forward. We have, for the next card, we have the Knight of Swords. We get these aha moments, these epiphanies. We feel like we didn't have the clarity or the knowledge or the understanding. There was something missing. There was a key that we needed to find for that locked door full of answers, or that locked chest full of answers, I guess I should say. Okay, here we are jumping onto our stallion, we are raising our swords, and we are yelling charge. We want to go forward, we want to create, we want to meet that challenge because we know the success that's going to be on the other side. Because why? Because we saw it in our minds and we're believing in that thought, we're believing in that vision, because things are starting to happen, things are starting to move. You feel like you're starting to pick up a speed, you're feeling like you're actually getting somewhere. Now, I think what is happening here, because of the full moon and whatnot, is we're starting to really truly see our strengths of how we can do it. And I think there'll be those aha moments and epiphanies coming in, and they could be just small little things. But as you piece it together, it gives you an outline of where you need to put your focus, where you need to put your energy, what you need to strive for in order to make your dreams a reality. And then we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is one where I would have to ask you to really keep your dreams and your visions to yourself more than letting it out, okay? Very, very, very close circle people. You know, you can talk to them about it right now, but I wouldn't be shouting it from the mountaintops of where you want to go, what you want to do, what you want to create, what you want to invent, what you want to step into. Just don't be so trusting during this moon phase. Okay, don't, and I use the example of you come in Monday morning and you bump into your buddy on the elevator and you tell your buddy all about this wonderful idea you had in order to make the office more productive, and you turn left to go to the washrooms, they turn right to go into the office for the day, and when you come out of the washroom, you see your buddy with the boss shaking hands because they just sold your idea to them as their idea. So you really want to watch what you're sharing and who you're sharing it with, and make sure that people, you're not giving them ammunition, you're not giving them things so that they can pull you down. And also, the second part of this card is we walked right by those two swords there, and then we took the energy to bend down and pick up that other sword. So instead of just grabbing those other two that, were easily obtainable, we stretched, we went the extra mile in order to get that sword in particular. So it's really understanding what we truly need in order to go forward, what has value, and what needs to be left behind. We don't want to burden our path any more than we need to, or burden our steps, so that we walk our path with a strength rather than struggling. And I put out a blog every morning around 5 a.m. I put one out on my website, tilly.today. Go to the blog section. I put out, it's just a 1-minute read, just to kind of get your brain percolating and giving you some food for thought for the day. And I put out a different one, but also along the same lines, on Facebook, Patreon, and Instagram every morning at 5 a.m. So if you're not checking that out, check it out. Let me know what you think. Do you want me to continue? Do you want me to change it in some way? I do this for you. So you letting me know how you want to see things, or what things you want to see, what kind of content. And we have perfect setting, the 9 energy. So once again, we have that 9 energy being strengthened. If we needed any more strength to it, I don't know. Everything is about closure for our new beginning so far, but the perfect setting appears. The perfect setting, and there we are with our paintbrush. We create the masterpiece of our tomorrow, don't we? So 9 energy. Hold that up for you to see. There's usually pictures within the pictures with this artist, which is just mind-blowing and beautiful. If you have a goal or vision, be sure to provide the right surroundings for that dream to flourish. Positive self-talk, affirmations, being kind to yourself, celebrating your talents and successes, all of these create fertile soil for your dreams to take root and grow. Sometimes when you push too hard, it can hinder the harmonious unfolding of your journey. Trust the process, relax. I can't make this up, right? Trust the process, relax, and allow nature to take its course. I've just got goosebumps all over. Belief and positive support is needed to accomplish your goal. Keep in mind, nature makes growing and blossoming look effortlessly, but the secret is all in the details. Position, sun, soil, air, water, and nourishment. Make sure you are taking the steps necessary to attain your perfect environment. So, creating the perfect environment. And I think with Pisces, we kind of have that dreamscape that we can easily step into under a Pisces energy. So what does that perfect moment look like? That perfect day, that perfect life? What does it look like? Different parts of your life. Imagine what it would look like, the perfect setting. Okay, and we have the penguin, authentic. The penguin shows up, authentic, and I definitely won't be able to read that. So, reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations and just be yourself. So break free from what other people think your life should look like and start designing your life to suit you, to meet the cries of your inner child of how your life should look if you dare to step into it, if you dare to take off the mask. Okay, let's get a Journey of Love card because it is a full moon. And this deck is just unbelievably, and it's like brand new. It's like I've just taken it out of the box yesterday, and gosh, I have to be using this close to 10 years on this, on this channel, and I've used it in other settings. And we have Falling, 14. And guess what? Look at that. It's a black and white card. I don't know if I really need to hold that up, but I will hold that up. I cannot do this author any kind of justice of trying to give my own interpretation. The poem is extremely short. Actually, it's all very short. So let's see here what it all means for us. And Falling, the 14. Is it wrong to love? To feel what I hold inside? The answer must wait. Don't worry, you may fear you are falling, but it's just your soul diving deeper into the ocean of bliss. Are you sensing parts of your life flying away from you, out of your control? As the momentum of your divine surrender takes over and becomes more powerful than the old adhesive between you and what no longer serves? Laugh, cry, celebrate, ponder. Whether it makes sense or not, you are like a perfectly ripe fruit falling from the universal tree, succulent and ready to be enjoyed for all that you are. And if you wait any longer, this moment will be lost and you'll end up on the ground, having to decay, go to seed, and start over in order to start the whole process again. This is not so bad, but what a shame if your sweet nectar was not to be savored by the hungry world. You deserve to be declared the most delicious, juicy fruit that ever was. So fall. You'll end up exactly where you are meant to be. This oracle contains a message for you. You are being called closer into the divine union and into the fulfillment of your destiny. It's safe for you to trust what is happening. Go with it. It might seem that you are being asked to take a leap of faith, and it's the right timing for that. It's your time to give yourself in love without holding back anything of yourself. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.